Danielle joins us now. Tomorrow is going to be the warmest day of the week, and that ain't saying much.
No, I guess it's better to say it'll be the least coldest day of the week. We should, and just barely, we should get into the minus single digits for tomorrow. So let's talk about where we're at this point. Minus 14, our daytime high was minus 13. Right now it does feel more like minus 24 with that lovely wind chill out there. Base temperature downtown is minus 13. Big Four Motors massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at bigfourmotors.com. And that's in Tazal Park. Tazal Park, minus 13 as well with the wind chill in the minus 20s. All right, as we head into tomorrow, we'll kick off the morning at 8 a.m. with a wind chill of minus 22, so be prepared for another cold start. But in the afternoon, it should feel a little more reasonable with a high of minus 9, wind chill minus 15, and then later in the day, especially closer to 8 p.m., we get into the chance of some flurries. We'll talk about what that means for our weekend coming up, Ian.
On feedback, some beautiful images of the mountains and the foothills west of Calgary. Really neat to see. I think a lot of people might want to go skating this weekend, hey?
I think it's a great weekend to go skating. Yeah. Tomorrow, the best day to be outside. If you don't want to deal with wind chill and frostbite, all those things. You know, those things that have become our new norm for the past week. Skywatch weather cam showing you really looking beautiful, but it's chilly for sure. Now it's not as cold as it was earlier this week, and tomorrow will be even a little bit warmer. So we're on this, I guess you could say, warming trend, even though warm is not here at all. Minus 1 is what's normal for this time of year for a daytime high in Calgary. We're looking at minus 14, and minus 24 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary. So it's definitely well below normal. We will hold on to this cold, but it will be more reasonable cold for tomorrow. And I'll show you that in the longer range in just a second. But showing you this upper air analysis here, as we head into Saturday, I just want to show you, you'll see this warmer push of air into southern Alberta. So Calgary and south, many communities will be a little warmer for tomorrow, and many communities will just barely, but get into those minus single digits. But after that, that colder air pops back in. It's here to stay for a bit. So at least the first half of February, we are looking at well below normal temperatures. Here's a look at radar and satellite. And you can see those systems that will continually pass stateside. In fact, there's one off the coast of BC right now that will track stateside, and that's going to create some instability in the foothills. That's going to mean a little bit of snowfall developing as we'll see Saturday night, and it will last through Sunday. So I'm going to show you the hour by hour here and what you can expect. As we get into tomorrow, in the morning, we may see a couple sunny breaks, but it should be mainly cloudy. Then we have that cloud, the cloud cover really building into southern Alberta, and then we have that instability in the foothills that will develop into some flurries, really. It should be less intense Saturday night, but then you can see more waves that will come in on Sunday, and some of those may be some big bursts. This will also be combined with a little bit of wind as well, and the temperatures will cool, so not the best road conditions Saturday night in through parts of Sunday. When we look at amounts and what we can expect for Calgary, 1 to 3 centimeters is certainly a good possibility, especially with most of that falling late Saturday night and through Sunday morning. Same thing really goes for Okotoks, and we could see a few higher amounts, a couple extra centimeters in through High River and Lethbridge. But most of that snowfall will be focused closer to the mountains. So the further west you are, the more likely it is you'll see at least a couple centimeters of snow. Again, we're not looking at huge amounts from this, but that's what you can expect, at least a couple centimeters. Minus 9 is our high for tomorrow, so just barely into the minus single digits. Again, snow tomorrow night carrying in through parts of Sunday, and it will be blowing around at times, reducing visibility, causing some slick road conditions. Then we're back into those minus double digits, and in fact, to kick off next week, the minus teens on Monday, a high of minus 16.
Okay, here's my Super Bowl forecast.
Oh, yes.
Not a prediction. A fireplace.
Yes.
Hot food.
Yes.
Maybe some red wine.
And spicy chicken wings.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, Super Bowl's going to make this weekend for us all because it's an indoor event here anyway, because we're not actually at the game. Okay. -14 is the current temperature. Our daytime high was -13 and normal is -1. As you can see, we're well below normal. When we look at the 3-day forecast, tomorrow will be the warmest of the week. We will just barely get out of the minus double digits into the minus single digits of a high of -9. Still chilly in the morning with wind chill well into the -20s. And then Saturday night and through Sunday, we can expect to see anywhere from 1 to 3 centimeters of snow and dipping temperatures once again.
Let's get our first peek at the weekend forecast. Danielle joins us now. So how is our evening shaping up?
Well, you know, Tara, everybody's different, but I would prefer to be inside right now. It is chilly for sure, and the winds keep picking up 15, 20 kilometers per hour. So there is a wind chill and a bite to the air, and also even some light flurries out here as well. So it's best to be indoors if you have to walk the dog or be outside for any reason. Yeah, definitely bundle up with a wind chill of -25 to even -27 at times this evening. That is something to, of course, be careful of. Okay, as we go through those overnight hours, the wind chill will remain at about -27, but by 2 a.m., the winds will pick up out of the west, and that will start increasing our temperature. A wind chill of -22 at 8 a.m., and then in the afternoon, it will be our warmest day of the week. We should get into the minus single digits, just barely, a high of -9. More details coming up, Tara.
Let's check our weekend forecast with Danielle. The best days tomorrow.
Yes, the least coldest day is tomorrow. I struggle to say warm because, yeah, we don't have a lot of warm weather in the forecast for this month at all. It's a long stretch of this, absolutely. Okay, -25 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary right now, -25 as well as Pincher Creek, -30 in Lethbridge, and -18 in Medicine Hat. So it's absolutely chilly out there. Of course, we are looking at temperatures warming up in many communities tonight while we're sleeping, and we'll get a little bump in temperature tomorrow. So I say a little bump. Some communities will just make it into those minus single digits. So I'm going to advance this into tomorrow, and you can see, there you go, a little bump there. So still cold, still below normal. Normal is -1 for this time of year. Calgary's looking at a high of -9. So it's an improvement. It's more reasonable than what we've had throughout this entire week. And it's a one-day thing, because then after that, you can see that colder air starts to funnel in once again, dropping us to the minus teens, and longer range puts us back in those -20s for daytime highs, which I'll show you later in the show. Radar and satellite, yes, we have a system passing stateside, and then we have one moving onto the coast here. And this is going to throw some clouds into southern Alberta for tomorrow and Sunday, and also even some snowfall. It'll create that instability and that lift, so we'll notice that in the foothills, and then that will track down. So I'm going to show you this hour by hour here. As we go through tonight, it's just cold. Nothing else really to talk about. There are a few flurries, very light out there, no accumulation for tonight. As we go into tomorrow morning, you can see even in the afternoon hours, we'll get to see that instability that will result in some flurries building into the foothills, and then that will start to increase and then move to the south. So this will be bursts of flurries combined with some winds, so it may reduce visibility out there. By Sunday, we're looking at more snow possible for Calgary. So Saturday night and through Sunday, we're looking at snowfall. We're not looking at huge amounts from this, but we could see 1 to 3 centimeters in Calgary Saturday night and through Sunday, and then 4 centimeters for Lethbridge, High River, and 2 for Cochrane. So we are looking at some snowfall for the weekend here, and temperatures will be dropping by Sunday once again. -9 is our high for tomorrow. Again, that's the warmest out of this next 5. -14 by Sunday with some snowfall, and then -16 to kick off next week, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
People watching as I did it.
Brian Bicknell, CTV News.
That's really cool, actually.
Super
Love that. Okay, experiencing snow for the first time is maybe a core memory for a lot of people, even those who don't really know what to expect.
I look good.
Oh, boy.
It was apparently a magical moment for Marshall the Sphinx. The furless feline was all bundled up. He seems like he enjoyed his first experience in the snow, although he was happy to go back inside at some point as well.
Yeah.
Poor guy's got no fur.
That is the cutest hat.
I love the hat.
He seems like, okay, this is cool. Okay,
yeah.
I'm good now.
I'm good.
For like ever.
I've checked it out. I'm good. Yeah. Well, we all know that snack time is the best time of day, and this guy agrees. Okay, you know what this reminded me of? Like, this duck in a sweater is very cute, but I thought this is all of us on Sunday when someone puts out a bowl of chips to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
Don't you think? You're going to come running.
And wings.
Yeah.
And all
those snacks.
Mozzarella sticks. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm coming to your house.
Okay.
You put out good stuff. And finally, a passionate pup who ends up wearing the object of his destruction. This is Ollie the Doxy. He initiated the attack on the pillow, but in the end, the pillow won. I think he's having more fun wearing it than fighting it.
You know what? I have to say my dog did this once.
Really?
My previous dog, yes. And we took a lot of pictures before we removed. I know, you kind of feel bad after but it's so cute.
But then he could just lay down right on the pillow.
Right.
Because he's wearing it.
There you go.
Yeah. A warning about the rush to build more affordable housing.
Tara and I are discussing movie options for this weekend because it's one of those weekends that unless you're skiing and having fun out there and bundled up, it's a weekend to, you know, maybe just hang out on the couch and watch a couple shows because it's chilly. Now, Saturday will be the warmest day of the entire week with a balmy -9 as a high. Yeah, it won't be warm, but it will be warmer than what we've had. -5 is our current temperature. We did get to a high of -13 today, well below the normal of -1. And we're not looking at anything close to -1 for at least another 10 days. All right, -26 is what it feels like in Claresholm with the wind chill right now, -25 in Calgary, -28 in Red Deer. It's chilly. It's not as cold as it was earlier this week, but there's certainly a bite out there. -30 is what it feels like in Lethbridge. Okay, radar and satellite imagery. We had the system pass stateside. There's another one that's moving on to the coast here, and that's going to actually create some instability in the foothills. It's going to create that lift, and that's going to mean that we will have some flurries develop in the foothills and track to the south. We could see it along Highway 2 south of Calgary. Calgary will pick up a little bit as well. For tonight, we're not looking at really any of that. We do have light flurries out there, but nothing significant. And then you can see that development in the foothills there. So later in the day on Saturday is when it starts to make its way in through potentially the Canmore area and down. Now, Saturday night and in through Sunday is when we could pick up a couple centimeters of snow here in Calgary. All right, looking at Salmonar, -3, Fernie, -7, Edmonton, -9 for tomorrow, Olds and Calgary and Drumheller as well, High River, -7. So you can see some single digits out there, especially closer to the west. So the closer you are to the mountains, you have that better chance of getting into those -single digits. Here's a look at what we could pick up. Again, not a huge total from Saturday night through Sunday, but a couple centimeters, 1 to 3 possible in Calgary. Okay, looking at that 10-day trend, yes, tomorrow's the warmest day of the next 10, and as you can see by Valentine's Day, we're looking at a high of -21. Tara.
Yikes.
Live your dreams.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
That's super cool.
So awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, so many people will probably be inside watching the game Sunday because it's not going to be warm.
Yeah, it's not really a decision outside or inside, I guess, for Sunday because it's so cold. It's more a decision, do you wear green? Do you wear red? Do you support KC, the Eagles? It'll be a fun game. Okay, -9 is our high for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the mildest of the next 5, as you can see, -14 by Sunday. So Saturday night and through Sunday, we're looking at a little bit of snowfall, 1 to 3 centimeters possible, and then we dip down to -16 to kick off the next week. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. And Libby sent this in. I hope she bundled up to go take this shot. But you can see this. It looks beautiful. It actually was quite nice when the winds were calm and the sun was out, and we were at -13 for a short period today.
It looks pretty.
Yeah.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a terrific weekend.